why this is really important is, for example, I have been a big user of ChatGPT, but I have also explored different other tools like Gemini, Claude. Then I use Claude Code on my local system. So every person uses like a couple of tools.
That means कि whatever the analysis as a personality that particular application has done about you, that complete information what is available here, say on Chat GPT, and you are switching over to Gemini, it also get transferred to Gemini.
Yes. Hey everyone, my name is Apurva Misra.
Hi, I am Anand, her father.
And the series is about teaching AI to my parents. In this episode, we are going to cover more about memories. We haven't focused on that in the last few videos or through the series actually. Let me introduce the series a bit more if you're watching it for the first time. In this series, we have covered what is AI, what are AI models, how they're trained, why data is really important. We covered a couple of tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and went over a few different use cases you can use them for, and also focus on different modalities, that is image, audio, video. And today we want to focus on memories. And why this is really important is, for example, I have been a big user of ChatGPT, but I have also explored different other tools like Gemini, Claude. Then I use Claude Code on my local system. So every person uses like a couple of tools. Some people just use one of the tools, and what happens is like over time, all these tools have memories about you because they store all your different conversations. Like you remember on the sidebar, you have like a bunch of conversations. Those are stored, and also like they form like long-term memories about you. So it sort of knows like I'm an AI consultant. It knows about my location. I live in Canada, so it knows all of these things. And like anytime I ask it to like help me with like filling a form or something, it doesn't ask me questions like, oh, where are you located? Like I would say it doesn't ask me stupid questions because I think it should know, but honestly, why would it know? The only reason it knows all of this is like it has been looking at my past conversations. It has formed memories about me. And like when you're moving from one tool to another tool, you would want to take those memories along with you. Let me share my screen. I'll go over the memories piece and we can talk about how we can move from one tool to another tool. Does it make sense?
That means कि whatever the analysis as a personality that particular application has done about you, that complete information what is available here, say on Chat GPT, and you are switching over to Gemini, it also get transferred to Gemini.
Yes, exactly.
So you also don't want to lose on your data as well as the analysis done by the particular AI application about you. The complete thing goes.
I think this was like the first video, if you remember, in which we were talking about like how AI is there everywhere. It doesn't matter YouTube recommendation, Netflix, your applications where you're ordering your food, where you're ordering your clothes. It's honestly there in all these places. We just never realized it. And thanks to ChatGPT, everyone started talking about AI and its applications. What I'm saying is, it was always there. And on all these applications, it used to form memories about you. And that is how it could recommend stuff to you, right? Like if you like cricket, it would suggest like all like cricket reels, like what is happening, what happened in the IPL, what are your different players doing. It'll send you videos about those stuff. So it does form memories about you. It looks at feedback as well. Like for example, you clicked on a video but did not watch it completely, or you watched it completely. So that's like implicit feedback. It's looking at like what you are doing in the app as well, and like so that it can personalize to you more. And that is the same thing that is happening with these AI tools as well. It's trying to personalize to you more. So yeah, let me share my screen. If you go to ChatGPT, just ignore this chat. What I want to show you is the personalization piece. So if you go to the bottom left, if you click on your name, you can come into personalization. And that's where you can look into like what all you can like personalize, at least for this particular AI tool, that is ChatGPT. You know, like you can give it custom instructions. You know, I like to be very casual. So that's the tone. So if I ask it to write an email for me, it would be casual in all my emails. I don't have to give that instruction every single time. I can give myself a nickname. It can talk to me with that. I can tell my occupation to it and any other interest of mine. Then I can say like reference save memories. Let ChatGPT save and use memories when responding. I have said yes. You can say no based on how you're concerned about your privacy. And then like reference chat history, I've said yes to that as well. Reference record history. Let ChatGPT reference all previous recording transcripts and notes when responding. So that's the same with like when we were recording audio, the same thing. Like let it refer back to those as well. Along with chat, let it refer back to my audio. And if you come into manage inside memory, what you would find is like a bunch of long-term memories that it has saved. So it has saved that I'm self-employed, I'm based in Canada, and my company's also incorporated there. And like the kind of trips I like to take, and I don't like visiting museums. So it has saved these memories about me. You can also like delete all these memories. Yeah, delete all these memories in your and you can like learn more about it. So this is just about ChatGPT. And if I want to move from, because I've been using ChatGPT for really
Just a
long.
second.
Yeah.
One thing. Whatever that referral and all, recording the audio, referring to the audio and all, once you have accepted all
Mhm.
those things, then only that benefit can be accrued by you at later stage. In case you had not agreed and you had put them on off, then likelihood of getting that data was not there.
Exactly.
They would not have saved that
Yeah.
data, analyzed you as a
Yeah.
personality. So once
So
I
it
have
was-
done it that way, then
Yeah.
only that data is available with
Yeah.
them.
So they say they wouldn't have saved it for you. Maybe it wouldn't be useful for you, but you never know if they've saved it or not. Like how much do you trust these companies?
Okay.
But that's the thing. So they say they don't save it, and you wouldn't find any advantage. I find it useful for me, so I let it like refer to my previous chats, previous audio recordings. So why I wanted to cover this was recently I got an email from Gemini. Moving to Gemini just got incredibly simple. I can import my chats, and when I click on this, what it tells me is, which is pretty interesting. Copy this prompt into a chat with your other AI providers. So it doesn't matter from which. If I'm using Claude for really long, I would have a bunch of chats on the sidebar again, right? You just copy this and paste the response here, and they will take care of it. And you can also export your data in a zip file. But this is very interesting. You are helping me import. So let's copy this. Let's try to do this with ChatGPT. I'll go back and copy this prompt and paste it here. So you're helping me. So it's just a prompt which is helping us move the memories out of one system to another AI system. So you are helping me import context from one AI system to another. Your job is to go through our past conversations and sum up what you know about me. In the output, please avoid using any first person pronouns, blah, blah. Preserve the user's words verbatim where possible, especially for instructions and preferences. We were talking about preferences, right? The tone and stuff. Demographic information. It knows where I'm located, what's my age. So it doesn't ask me again and again. It's just asking about all the relevant stuff and the format, and like use date, timestamp, and format the final output summary as a textbook. Finally complete the sentence. My name is blah, 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 blah. I can just make it run, and it's gonna like, the user operates in Canada. The user has been based in Canada, stored memory. The user also recently accessed channel from India. So it knows where I'm located right now. Like you were saying, it knows like where we are located right now. So it knows locally, like right now I'm located here, but I'm based in Canada. The user's interest and stuff. I don't want to scroll down. Maybe I'll get too personal. But basically now I can copy this and paste it in Gemini. And any new chat, I'll start with Gemini. It would have memories that ChatGPT had access to. And I wouldn't feel like I'm using a completely new tool and have to start from scratch again. I have to tell it like, oh, I'm based in Canada. Okay, don't ask me the stupid questions. When I want you to write emails, it has to be in a casual tone. Why are you writing in such a professional tone? It would figure out like what my preferences and everything is. I hope that makes sense. But
This is applicable all the AI tools.
So this is another important piece. Like how many of these AI tools let you move around easily? Honestly, this is just a prompt. You can put this in. If your AI tool is letting you put a prompt in, any of these AI tools should be good enough to give you the output. It's just a prompt. Like asking a question, tell me more about the city Bangalore. Is this asking like refer to all the other chats and tell me more about this person who keeps talking to you, and like give it to me in this particular format.
Is that data editable? When on that prompt, whatever the information, can I hide some of the information myself?
Yeah, that's
Can
a
I
good
edit
one.
it?
You should do that. So if you think ChatGPT learned something stupid about you, you don't want that to be continued. Just like whatever output it gives you, edit that and then paste the
Okay.
edited version in the new AI tool.
Then I can use it to my advantage. I will not have to give unnecessarily added number of inputs to the new app. Firstly, secondly, I will not get unnecessary undesirable outputs from system itself, which I am not very fond of and all. So it will give as per my choice all the outputs and all.
Yeah. So and the prompt that they have given you, this is just an example prompt. You can edit it even more, like what Gemini gave us to paste. Like get this data out. Tell me the name of this person. You can like ask it more details that you want out of ChatGPT to put in them.
Fantastic. That's
Yeah.
very good.
And I hope you find this relevant. And honestly, like going back to the question that you were asking, like, do all these AI tools let you do that? Like, people are pushing for that. There are AI, not even AI, any tool that is out there. We are pushing so that these tools like save everything locally, save it in like a Markdown file, so that you can like move it all around. Markdown file is, think of it like a text file. So everything is saved in like a text file. You can just like copy paste the folder into another tool and start using it. And that's all your dated memories, So that's the hope. I hope that's what the future looks like. Very transparent, and it's very easy to move around. And that is how, like, competition is good, right? And competition is only possible when you can move around easily, right? So I hope you like this and you find this useful. Please like, share, subscribe, and yeah, please do share it with somebody who will find this useful. And comment on anything you would like us to cover, any tools, any technologies, anything you're finding hard. Just let us know. Yeah, and thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye and happy hunting in various AI applications.